says restart, and then press restart and. Alright, I'm gonna give you on the computer.
I'm thirsty. We're now off. Everybody on the bus.
And what do you use?
Music. Oh, good. You're good. Not a body.
You guys are, yeah, where are you going to?
Oh, I'm going to sing.
Okay.
I'm going to sing. I'm going to? Maybe someone's alone.
Which one wants the lowest battery?
Probably
Mine
mine.
is good. Can you check? Oh, don't bring it. The one that I brought from. Oh, okay.
Get it?
Wait,
And I just need your signature. Okay, there's one for last week as well, because I have. Okay. Not yet.
What do we click on?
Did you go to your Google Chrome? Go to Google Chrome and type in your soundtrack? Yeah.
No, just there.
That's what you do. That's what you do. Yeah. It should pop up. Soundtrack. Did you pop up? Give me 1 sec. I'll log you guys in.
Sorry. Because I think your mom is on the phone.
Okay. Type in soundtrack. Let's go. Sound and then track. Also, you go to Google Chrome. Yeah, we're going to be learning from his screen again. Teach. Try it again. No, sound track. Sound, SOUND. And then track. No space. One word and then track. TR.
And let me give you
AP. Sorry.
what about now?
You got connected to the internet.
You need to rush them? Okay, hold on. Let me.
Are you connected? Detecting soundtrack. Soundtrack, one word. Everyone's buying.
Some kind of food box. What's here? Look at your map up. Let me give you this. You know what?
Soundtrack.
You guys are number 12. Who's number 11? This is number 13.
Yeah, because I don't know. Anyone that use the restroom before we start? Okay. All right, I'm gonna take you to the restroom real quick, and
I'm just gonna log in if I need to.
Okay.
Alright, this is it. I'll be right back to the soundtrack. You see it on his? Just copy that. Yeah. Find your song, right? For Muslim.
Dwayne, can you hear me?
Yes, yes I can.
Cool. All right.
Almost 7.
How many students are there right now?
4 today, -1.
4 today?
Yeah. So 4.
Okay, cool.
You're logged in? Okay, what's that? Wait 1 second, give me 1 second. We're gonna follow the. Give me 1 second. We're gonna follow this speed. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Did you get it?
So it's very.
All right, we're almost there. One last one.
Amen.
You guys are logged in, and I see you two on American Whiskey.
What is this? See, I know what you mean.
All right, everybody's logged in. We're just waiting for a student to come back from the bathroom, but everyone's logged in.
All right, cool. Are they using headphones? Do they have headphones?
They don't have headphones on, but they can. I mean, I think they have access to them.
Yeah, I think it might be better with headphones on, just
Okay.
so that way they can have, there won't be, you know, just noise everywhere.
I got you.
Yeah.
Have you guys been hand sanitizing regularly? Have you guys been hand sanitizing regularly?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Honey, yours is yours, huh?
Oh, that's yours. Okay.
That's dummy.
I thought I was doing the
Play.
Good call, you do the song right.
Where's my play? Dare you.
Good.
Good.
All right, now let's see if it has yourself. Now does that have yourself?
Yeah.
That's you, right? Perfect. We're good to go.
All right, everyone's there?
We're just waiting for the one last student to come back from the bathroom.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, the staff member had to take her to the bathroom, and we're just waiting for them to come back. But everybody's logged in now.
Cool. So you can see my screen also, the video I'm playing right now.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Why is it so weird?
The galaxy stars.
Can that happen?
Yeah. You just need a special camera to see it.
All right, after. There's only one library.
Okay, everybody's logged in. All right, everyone's back in the class. We're good to go.
All right, so maybe so everyone has headphones right now.
Access to headphones?
Headphones? Yes,
Yeah, he's gonna clean them. We do have access.
All right, cool. So we'll pass the headphones out. We'll plug them in, and then as we go through the lesson, we'll take the headphones off, and then when we start when they start working on, when you all start working on Soundtrap, you can put the headphones back on, so that way everyone can have their own like little privacy and listen to their own track. All right. So once again, how's it going? My name is Joe. This is Dwayne. We're here from BHAC, Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory. I'm doing this class from my home, so you know, we can social distance. what you're watching on the screen is part of the project that we were starting last week, where we're gonna take sound clips and you're gonna sync like your sound loops that we're working with, and you're gonna sync it to this cool video of someone taking I think it's one whole year of like video that they took from these angles, and they like left the camera for like a day, so that's why the stars are moving. So we're gonna do that, and but before we move on, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through everyone's name again, so that way we can, get familiar with each other. And today, for the question of the day, we're gonna keep it simple. What's your favorite ice cream? All-time favorite ice cream. So you're gonna say your name and your all-time favorite ice cream. All right. So I'll go first. My name is Joe, and my all-time favorite ice cream has to be cookie dough ice cream. So I'll pass it to Dwayne, and then he'll pass it to you.
My name is Dwayne, and my favorite ice cream of all time is just chocolate chip. I like chocolate chip ice cream.
What's up? Oh, okay, go ahead.
Anyone else want to go next? All right. Is it not Antonio says that he likes strawberry ice cream? Yeah, you speak up so that everyone can hear you. Want to go next? All right, go ahead.
My name is Johnny, and I like cookies and cream ice cream.
All right, Johnny likes cookies and cream ice cream. Who wants to go next? Okay.
My name is Damien, and my favorite ice cream is vanilla.
Vanilla. All right. And last but not least.
My name is Ashley.
Oh, wow.
My favorite ice cream is
Chocolate. And hers is chocolate. And Stephen, Chris.
Yeah, my name is Chris, and my favorite ice cream is Choco Taco. They sell it in the ice cream truck.
Those are good. Those are old school. I like them. All right, so we're gonna watch a quick inspiration of the day, just a video of someone creating or doing something that could be inspirational. I'll just play it. Everything she's playing is live. It's a live performance of one of her own songs. Her name is Leilani. So, can you hear it in the speakers? Yeah. All right, let's go.
I will climb, charge the mountains. When she rows the eagle blind, I will climb, charge the mountains. When she goes, thee won't find. Little strokes far, far deep within. Little streets through the streams and the waves of the little strokes far, far deep within. Little streets through the streams and the waves of the current. Little strokes far deep within. Little streets through the streams and the waves of the I will climb, charge the mountain. When she rose, the eagle blind. Little strokes far, far deep within. Little streets through the streams and the waves of the little strokes far, far deep within. that you won't find.
All right, cool. So, really quick, does anyone have any thoughts on that, or does anyone have a comment? Just just put it out there.
Thoughts on that?
What do you guys think of it?
Any comments?
I thought it was really cool that she was singing and playing live at the same time.
That was
Yeah.
cool.
Antonio said that he really liked the beats, like how it sounded.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, everything that she was doing right there, she produced it on, did it on her own. I'm not sure what type of software she uses, but I'm pretty sure it's something that looks familiar to Soundtrap. So do you all see the Soundtrap I have open on my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone else should have Soundtrap on their screen. So if you're not here right now and you're over here in this section,
Okay, go ahead and everyone close out their, where you did right now on top left. And we're gonna start over, click that little under screen.
yeah, if you're in this section, then you want to hit the studio button up in the middle top. And then it's gonna move us here. And then what we're gonna work on today is a music project still.
Studio, we're gonna work on music.
So click on music, and then we'll be right here with this open session.
Studio, right?
So remember, just to we'll do some recaps, and we'll talk about tempo. Does everyone remember what tempo is?
Does anyone remember what tempo was? The number that was on the bottom right here? You guys remember what it did? Correct.
Yeah, how fast it goes. Good job. Okay, so for instance, this track right now at 120, the tempo sounds like that. So we'll be working in 120 for right now, and we were looking at loops last time. So right here in the middle, I can highlight these different objects I can add to my track. Right here, browse loops is what we're going to be working with today. If you click on that, it's going to bring up this window, and you have all these different sounds and libraries to choose from. So, and then to recap how to actually use the loops, you click on one, and you can preview it by pressing the purple triangle, the play button.
You guys type
And if I want to use this, then I can just double click on it and it'll bring it in. If I don't want to use it and I want to get rid of it, I can just select it, highlight it, how it looks dark red now, press delete, and then I can search for more different sounds. So take a minute and look through all these loops. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna create a track with 4 loops that is going to play to this video.
We're going to do 4 different sounds. So you guys can make a video that for music that plays for this video. So pick 4 sounds that you think goes with this space theme of like the stars. A sound that you think goes with it. And you need to pick 4. You guys need to pick 4 loops. 4 loops of these on your sequencer to make a new song for that. Like kind of like you did last time, remember? Okay. So if anyone needs to find anything, you can search for stars.
So like if you go to this search dialog right here and you type something in, it'll curate sound. So right now, like I typed in space, and now it has all these crazy spacey sounds. Or whatever they kind of saved in the description. So go.
It's four different loops, and then we'll pick the order that you guys want to put it.
Yeah, and then once you get them in here, I'll also pick 4 sounds and I'll show you how to arrange them. But for right now, go ahead, take your time, look through the loop section that you have, and I'll have this video playing in the background, so that way you can,
If anyone has any questions, you can feel free to let me know.
Yeah, if you have any questions, raise your hand. Dwayne's there, Chris is there. So go ahead and put your headphones on. I encourage you just to look through all the sounds, do searches. If you get something that you don't want, you can also just delete it. So don't be scared of actually trying, just to learn different things. So I will play this video. Hold on.
How's it coming along so far? Not some sounds so far that you like? Not yet? What are you looking for, like drums? Looking for guitar? Yeah.
So, yeah.
No rush, just let me know if you have any questions, okay? How's it sounding? Good? Sounding good? That's good. And remember, if you like the sound that you like, if you double click it, it'll go on to this thing. You just gotta double click it. Like, double click it.
One of those.
There you go. Now you see that you have your first sound.
But it's on me.
You're done? Okay. We got everyone who wants to color. You see the other sound good? Okay, and then go to like beats. Maybe find like you find one, pick it, and then we need to get you a total of 4 sounds. So right now you're at 1 sound, we need 3 more. Okay, almost there.
Doing it right now? Or you need help? You need help? Or you're good?
Whoa. Difference.
Sorry, my bad. All right.
Give me 1 second. And remember, if you want the music.
That's cool. Cool.
Okay.
All right. So is everyone on track? Does everyone have any questions?
We have one student. She's just setting up hers, and then we'll be good to go.
Okay.
But now that you get the piano, now pick some drums to go with it. Like these. Wait, close it. Sorry. Close it and put drums.
Sound like you this one?
And then, like, if you want to do like what not, and then once you like one, then pick it. You got 2 songs? You like synth? I don't know. They're like electronic keyboards. Okay, and we need one more sound. He's gonna find one more. Anytime you want, you can type it in up here. Or you can click one of these. Well, you remember you have to. There you go. And just click one more. We just need one more sound. Let's see. What else do you like? Yeah, okay, let's see. How's it sound? Sound pretty cool? Okay, we'll give it a check. We're gonna let. All of us have our 4 tracks ready to go.
All right. Cool. So I'm still short one track. Let me throw this track in here. So if you have all your tracks, it should look something like this.
Here, sorry. There you go. Here we go.
So really quick, just to go over some stuff that we went over last week. So if you have each of these audio clips that you brought in, on the top right, you can see this little loop. If you click on that, when you see it become a loop, how it is right here, you can drag and move it back and forth and extend it as long or as short as you want.
Hey, Joe,
Your screen's on YouTube right now.
Oh, my bad. Huh, we're all you guys are watching YouTube. Sorry, my bad. Let me switch it back. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Cool, we're back at it.
Okay, so I have my 4 loops right here that I picked out just like you all did. So now you notice if I click on the loop and it turns to the darker color, and at the top right there's this loop. That's the loop button. If you click and drag that, you can loop it as many times. Look, I can go for a long time. But for right now, just keep it at 4 for the sake of this project. And then what I want you to do is I want you to move each one of these back a measure so they can start separately, and just practice doing that. So what I'm going to do is have one of these sounds play first by itself, like this one right here. This blue one down here. And I'm going to add another sound each measure. So it'll sound like this. Okay, so you notice how this first sound stopped playing because I only have it playing for 4 measures. I'm gonna go to the loop button up top, and I'm gonna click and drag it to double it to 8 measures, and I'm gonna drag this one to 8 measures, and this one also.
I see it. It's gonna build like a pyramid. It's gonna start with 1 sound, it's gonna go to 2 sounds, and 3 sounds.
Yeah.
Then all 4 of your sounds.
And then I'm gonna fade it back out, going like this. Another 2 measures.
So you said is you're gonna have like things starting from different parts. So maybe that one.
Here,
So,
you get rid of one of these.
what we're doing here is adding a small arrangement to these 4 different sounds. So you can do it the way you want. You can have this. I mean, it can be your top sound that's up here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to look like a pyramid, but however, whatever sound you want. So take time and listen to what it sounds like. Go ahead and stop it and then play it back and listen. So if you look on the left too, where the instruments are lined up, they have their name right here, and it has volume. So once you get to this middle part on bar 4, where all the sounds are playing, you might want to check the volume knob and make sure that one's not too loud or one's too low. Give it a small mix, and just by your own ear, you don't want anything to be, but it's your song, so whatever you want to be louder or lower, then go ahead and use the knob on the left side right here, and if you bring it down, turn the knob to the left, then it's gonna go lower, and then if you turn it up to the right, it's gonna get louder. So take a few minutes and make that arrangement this way. All right. I'll play mine again the whole way through just so you can see and hear what it sounds like.
over to like here.
All right, and once you're able to get there and do this, then I'm gonna switch to the other screen, and just while you're watching the screen with your headphones on, just press play and then see what it looks like and see what it sounds like.
Okay.
Okay, try it again. Just, you're almost there. Can we see your screen again? Your soundtrack screen?
There you go.
Almost there.
So to move these around, once again, you just grab this loop button and click and drag, and you can make them as long or as short as you want.
We're almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it in. A little bit closer. Yeah, hold it up. And then just bring this one down to here, and just like that. Like that.
What?
You make sure you move this one over here.
Just like a long sleeve.
To right here to the top, and this one back. No, sorry. Move it over. Not move it, sorry, extend it. Like go to the edge, move it back to where what? How you had it? There you go. Make sure it's on the line. Make sure everything's on the line. Make sure this is on the line. There you go. Make sure that one's on the line. And move this one over. Make sure it's on the line. And that one kind of like, see how it's a pyramid? Like that one, just move that one over one and you're good to go. So you get that one sound's gonna come in and then it's gonna go into the other sounds. Okay. Yeah, but also we gotta move.
That's your son? That's yours? Okay. I don't know.
Cool. Now I need you to move your cursor over so that it can catch all of them. So you know your purple cursor, where it
I
is.
don't know.
Where it can display. Go ahead and close this little X right here. And just extend this little purple bar over to here. Perfect. So now we start with my cursor. Wow. Did you get yours going?
What?
All right. Everybody ready to check out their sounds?
All right, so everyone has their other sounds and everything arranged properly.
Yeah. Did you have your set up? You want it? Okay.
So a quick test, you're gonna put your headphones on right now. I'm gonna play the video, press play, and see what it looks like and how it feels. All right, and see if just to kind of get a good idea of the sounds and your ability to pick sounds according to like a visual. Okay, so let's let me switch the screens. Yeah, I'll press play. Oh wait, there you go. So now on your end, go ahead and press play and I'll do mine after. It should be, your song should be around like 30, 40 seconds right now.
All right. We don't have any video. Oh, there we go. So you guys go ahead and press play. Listen to your song while watching the video and see how you like how it feels. That's free. So watch the video and listen to your song.
All right, I'll play mine now as I play the video. All right, it wasn't the greatest, but you can see that some of the rhythms matched with some of the parts of that video. So when you do work with video and music, you usually set markers and cues for different things that are in the visuals and different things that are in your song. If you notice, some of the lightning was flashing during the kick drum, and I didn't plan that at all. It was just, film and visuals usually moves at a pace, and it usually has its own pace where you can set audio to, so it can sync. So that's just something to keep in consideration. But that project is just to get you used to using Soundtrap's sound libraries. So just to recap, what we were working with is the sound libraries in Soundtrap, and all we did was, oh wait, hold on, let me share my screen. Apologies. All we did was sample and arrange different song loops and just stretch them out. So, so just to recap, I want to see if anyone could just, give maybe their 2 cents or ideas about using these loops. If there's something hard or easy that they found out. Anyone in the class, you can raise your hand. So once again, we do have maybe small incentives to give out for students that participate. I know like lanyards from like different, I have a lot from like the Chi and from Ableton that we have at BHAC that we can hand out. So just keep that in mind when we ask questions, so that we kind of want you all to interact. And if you have questions for us, now is the time too to kind of just say it, or what you got or what you didn't get. So the forum's open. Anyone, Chris, Dwayne, if you want to say something about Soundtrap and about these loops.
So something cool that I noticed is that there's a lot of different, layers or different, like let's say you type in piano. There's a lot of cool different sounds on the piano that you could like have one stop and have one end in it, and it sounds pretty, blended well. There's just, pretty much what I'm saying, there's a lot of different sounds to go through.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different sounds. Did anyone notice anything with their sounds? Was there some sounds that are easier to use than others? Did anyone have any issues with drums or anything, or anything? Yeah.
David thought that it was pretty easy to use, I guess, the interface of like adding different loops and extending the bars or the measures. It wasn't too complex for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good platform that people from like all kinds of ages or experience, whether they're really experienced or unexperienced at all. I think it's a pretty good platform because they could make their own sounds, and it's pretty simple. Just drag on, and then the tempos. Yeah, so it's pretty manageable. It's not too confusing, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to use, and it's actually it's all right there in front of you. All these loops, they're just right there. So as we move on, I want to talk about saving because we talked about that last time, so we're gonna bring it up again. Right here on the top, on this top part where it says untitled song, if you click the pencil, you can name the song. So we're gonna name this Galaxy Loop.
Okay, this one's gonna be called Galaxy.
Galaxy Loop.
So go ahead and click the pencil.
I'm gonna maybe put your initials so that way we know it's your Galaxy Loop. I'll put mine, JP.
Go ahead and type Galaxy Loop right here. Okay, and then type in when you type Galaxy Loop, and then put your initials. So the first letter of your first name and the first letter of your last name. Yeah, first letter and yeah. But type in Galaxy Loop and then type in A. Yeah. There you go. And then click save. Perfect. And then go ahead and save.
And then
Oh, you already got it? You already got it. How'd your sound come on? Good?
Change that name, press the save button in the middle, the purple save button. Press that and then it'll do this, it'll have the little memory line pop up and it'll say save. And then it'll turn gray. So that's what you want. You want that save button to look gray. And once we all got that, we're gonna move on to the next part and we're gonna learn how to actually work on patterns. So once everyone has that, let's just let Dwayne know and we can just kind of move on.
Okay, has everyone saved their project?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody saved.
If you need help too, let us know. All right, cool. So you're gonna go to File up top on the left side,
Go ahead and click file.
in Soundtrap, and then you're also gonna put New.
So we're gonna go to new
Have
project.
this dialog box up again, and you're gonna hit Music again
Music.
for New Project, and then we're gonna start right here.
Go to new.
So the loops are good if you're gonna do like, or maybe you're just a singer and all you want to do is just sing a song and you need a drum beat, or you're a guitar player, you play the ukulele, you want a drum beat, and so you can play your guitar and sing. A lot of production has to do with making your own drum beats. So that's what we're gonna learn next, and that's under this patterns beat maker. So for the next project, we're gonna actually make our own drum pattern and our own drum beat. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is come right here to where it says patterns, scroll over this part and just click on it, and then this will pop up.
All right, you guys have the sequence done? There you go. Close that one, it's okay. Close it. And then click patterns. There you go. So everyone should have a sequencer on their page.
Yeah, so that's what this is. This is called a step sequencer. So to set this up, we're gonna make one bar pattern, and we're gonna start with one bar. And the way we're gonna do that is, if you see up here where this gray bar is, that is right underneath these numbers. That's the loop selection. So that whatever you set this to, it's gonna loop the song and it's gonna play over and over again. Okay, so right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this loop selection to one bar. So how I have it right here, just this little part right here. So from 1 to 2. So that's called one bar or one measure. And that's what we've been working with is measures. So each little square between each number is a measure. So right here where my arrow's at, that's measure number 5. Okay. So I messed up. So what you're gonna do is set this gray bar, and then you're gonna come all the way to the right side to this little loop symbol.
Okay.
Click on that, and it'll turn that bar purple. Or you can just double click on the gray bar,
Over and over.
and it turns the bar purple. So now you'll notice when I press play at the bottom, it's gonna loop this purple section over and over again.
There you go. So press play and it
So
should.
yeah, if you press play, you'll see it loop. So make sure it loops. Right now I have no beat on here, so it's not gonna play anything.
Press play, and you saw that's gonna keep starting over whatever's in the space. If you move this bar over here, it's gonna keep playing, and once it gets up here, it'll start over. Whatever's in that space, that's what's gonna keep looping.
So can anyone remember how many beats are in one measure? You can yell it out if you know it.
And if you know the answer, you can go ahead and yell it out.
4.
4.
All right, yeah, thank you. So one measure sounds like this. That was 4 beats. That's how fast this measure is. So now we're gonna work in this area where this sequencer is. So the sequencer is each count is 1 beat, and in between it is the counts that are in that measure. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see how 1 starts here, 2 is right here, 3 is right here, and 4 is right here. So right now what we're gonna do is put the kick drum, and if you see on your left side right here, it has kick, snare, hi-hat. So right now, if you click on the square, it highlights it. So I want you to highlight a kick drum on 1 and 3, and this is what it'll sound like.
Hear it? Yeah. You hear it? Okay, thank you.
So on 1 and 3, highlight the kick drum. And if you accidentally highlight all of them or more, just go ahead and delete them. So right now, just on 1 and 3, and it'll sound like this. And this is just to get you all used to using these sequences.
That is hitting it. Wherever you type this in, wherever you click the space, it's gonna like click across. That's what it's doing. Yeah, same thing. As it's going across, the line over here, you see when it goes over it crosses the kick, right? So it's gonna keep doing that. And he's gonna show you guys more.
All right, so the next thing you're gonna add is a snare drum, which is below the kick drum. You can see this says snare on this right here on this left side. And you're gonna put that snare drum on beat 2 and 4. So it's gonna sound like this. And if I add a hi-hat on every single beat, it'll sound like this. So keeping the snare on 2 and 4.
Check out how it is and then add it here.
And keeping at least 1 kick drum on the first beat that looks like this, and it sounds like this. I want you to take time and just add with these 3 sounds that you have here. You can add a few more kick drums and add hi-hats, however you want them, and just mess with it and see what it sounds like. So this, if you notice, I just made this pattern. You can see it, and it's kind of like, it has similarities here and there. So a lot of the patterns on these sequencers are gonna do that. They're gonna have they're gonna look and sound the same from what you place on these squares. So if I add these squares here, obviously it's not gonna repeat for another 4 measures. So this sounds like this. So if you notice, my snares are still on 2 and 4. And the hi-hats I messed around with a little bit. Let me see if I can make the hi-hat sound different now, just by adding stuff like that. So once again, you're gonna leave this. You're not gonna touch these 3 points that you highlighted, the snares on the kick, and you're gonna add a couple more things on your own and see what the drum beat sounds like. And just, I want you to get used to putting things on and taking things off. We're not gonna keep everything. I want you also to stray away from doing stuff like this. So I want you to kind of figure out how that metronome works and get used to the rhythm, because this is what this sounds like. I mean, it might be, it sounds cool to some people, and it might be some different types of music that sound like that I like. But right now, we're trying to just keep things rhythmic. I want you to get used to this metronome. Okay, so let's leave this like this and add around it. So let me see. I'm adding some hi-hats here and there, maybe another kick right here, and see what it sounds like. So go ahead and take a few minutes and add maybe 5-10 minutes and mess with this. And in a few minutes, I'll show you how to add more sounds. And it's really simple. It's just this add button. But I want you to get used to using these 3 sounds first. And then we'll move on to moving around some of these. Like up here, there's a reverb. We'll talk about panning and what that is. And you all know what volume is. So take some time just to kind of mess around with this sequencer. I'll be making different beats and rhythms. If you see something that I like, that you like that I'm making right here, then try to copy it. If you see a beat and you're like, oh, I want to do that, try to copy it, and then you can always just delete it and go back to doing a different type of track. So right now, start with these 3, add these 3 first, kick, snare on 2, snare on 4, and that sounds like this. It's a very simple, very open and spacious beat. We know a lot of songs that start like that, and then later on they add different parts, slowly maybe. So once again, right now we're only making one measure of a beat. So some songs start like this, and they end maybe a lot crazier. Maybe something like this. So go ahead and take time and mess with it. And as you're messing with your soundtrack on your computer, I'll be right here just making beats, all right? So if you have any questions too, raise your hand. You can call Dwayne over and he'll give you some pointers on how to.
If anyone has any questions, just feel free to ask.
Yeah. Okay, so now that you all know your way around how to highlight and remove notes from the sequencer, um, what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna show you how to add more sounds. And this add button down here, when you highlight it and click it, and it just adds another sound.
You can add it and reset. So if you click add right here.
So you can add as many sounds as you want. And if you notice when you get next to these sounds and you click on them, this drop down menu pops up and you can change the sounds. So you can add different types of sounds.
Little arrows.
So each one of these sounds has its collected sounds in what's known as a kit. And you can see the kit, or right here they call them machines, on this top left part right here. Notice the machines, it has a little drummer, a little snare drum icon. If you click on this, it'll bring another to a bigger drop down menu where it has machines and then it has kits. And you can the same thing with the audio clips. These are curated sounds that you can use in your beat. So they're not gonna make the beat for you. It's just the sound. So if you press this, that's just giving you a small example of what the sounds are in that drum kit. So I'm gonna click this one, and it'll just automatically lay out its drums on my sequencer. So it's gonna sound like this now. So each kit has a different sound. A fast way to scroll through it is just by hitting this arrow. So if I press play and hit that arrow, if I press play and hit that arrow, it's just gonna switch the sounds. Just in a few clicks, you can see that there's so many different kits that you can use that have different sounds. So depending on what type of music you're making, whether it's hip hop or whether it's like a dance track, you can just scroll through all these. So right now,
You have to teach? Yeah, you can have different sounds and change the whole kit.
so what I want you all to do is, you can add as many sounds as you want from the kit that you have. But for right now, keep the kick on 1, 2, and 4.
And now
And add around it. Add whatever else you want around it. And go ahead and find a different kit if you want.
that's a lot of
All right, up top you can see these different knobs that it has. Reverb is just the effect. If you don't know what reverb effect is, it's pretty much almost like a little bit of echo and a little bit of distortion. So this is what it sounds like. I'm gonna slowly add this reverb. Reverb is cool, and sometimes you only need a little bit to make a song or sound a certain way. So with your headphones on, listen to the beat, add some of the reverb, and see what it sounds like. Reverb is an effect that you add on.
Why did you do it to 80?
So if you look all the way to the right side of this purple tag, it says effects. If you click on that, you can see all the other parameters and effects that you can add. So
You have a difference?
and that's just one reverb right here. You can add different effects. I'm gonna select effects, and I'm going to click add effects. And there's a lot of different effects that you can use. You probably can't see the names. I can barely see the names up here. Let me get a cool one. Phaser.
He's adding effects.
So phasing is like a modulation effect where it moves the sound and it kind of bends it so it sounds like it's in a deep wave almost. And to get rid of an effect, you just press the little X up here and it deletes it. So go ahead and mess with these effects also, and take time to kind of just see what they sound like. Like I said, you can always add it and then delete it.
Oh, there you go.
Each effect does a different thing. Some of them sound alike. So this is, I'm gonna add a delay. This is what a delay sounds like. So delay just takes the note and then restarts it again, depending on the timing and how fast. So if the timing's really short, it's gonna replay that sound almost instantaneously. And the mix, how loud you'll hear it in the speakers. So if I have the mix low, you won't hear none of my delay. But if I start putting the mix up, if I stretch the time now, you're gonna hear that same sound replay a little bit longer after. You can make a drum beat sound totally different and have a totally different orientation just by adding a certain effect. So if I add this delay effect and add the mix up, it's gonna sound like it's adding more notes. It sounds like it's adding more kicks automatically. It's going like dun 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 dun. If I delete that delay, you're gonna hear what I originally programmed. Only a few kicks. So go ahead and look through this portion of Soundtrap. This is gonna be a core of what you might be working with. Is this sequencer, these drum kits, and these effects. So for the next project that we're gonna start on tomorrow, we're gonna be using this sequencer, and then later on, we're gonna add a piano roll. That's this right here. But right now, we're working with just the patterns part, with just the sequencer. So go ahead, make your drum beat, maybe switch around some of the machines. There's a lot of cool sounds in there. And go to the effects, and I want you to mess with these effects. and just add a few effects and see what it does to your drum beat. And if you have any questions about the effects, then let us know. And so today, for the next few minutes, look through these machines, sequence a drum beat. If you can, add an effect, and then maybe we'll see if any of you want to play it loud through the speakers so we all can kind of listen. We'll do a quick little demo if anyone wants to demo their track. So take the next few minutes and do that, and then we'll come back to demo the track, okay? Any questions?
You guys are gonna make your own drum sequence, and then we're gonna show each other what you guys came up with using the facts and different things that you learned on the drum beat sequence. And then we'll press play, everyone, I'll take their headphones off, we'll have you listen to each other. So go ahead and mess with it right now, figure out your drum pattern, what you want it to sound like. And then when you're ready, let us know.
Is it leaking? Oh, it's leaking. I thought it was. You guys ready?
5, 10.
Yeah. And that one there.
Yeah.
Because they don't have defense.
Gotcha. I got you.
Okay.
5:15, right? 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I would like everybody to take out their headphone jacks, so we can hear everybody's sounds, the sequence drums that you guys put together. Oh, sorry, Joel, is that cool? We do that?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's listen to their beats. Whoever wants to go first.
Who wants to go first? Does anyone want to go? You want to go first? All right, cool. Antonio's gonna go first.
Go for it.
Oh, there we go. I like it. That's all good.
I can hear it. Sounds good.
Sounds good. Well done. Oh, there we go. Nice. Nice.
All right. Sounds good. I like that bow in there.
Who wants to go next? You want to go next? Show their sound? You want to show your sound? Anyone?
I'll just go.
Okay, go ahead, Jamie. There you go. I like it. Sounds good. Well done, Peter. All right, Johnny, you're up next. Let's hear it. Make sure your volume's all the way up. There you go.
I like it.
I like it. Well done, well done. Hello, you're up.
Oh, nice.
All right. So remember, save. Remember to save your songs. Everyone should save it right now before you start wrapping up. Put this beat on, or you can name it whatever you want. Just something to remember it by. We're gonna come back to this tomorrow, and we're gonna continue working with these drum patterns, and we're gonna make.
Let's put one and then put your initials after the end.
Over here.
Remember, rank with the title song? Beat one and then put your initials. You got it? Everybody got it? Well done, well done. You guys are progressing well. You guys are getting the hang of it, putting your own loops together. Now you guys are making your own drums. So by the time you keep putting this together, you'll be able to make your own song.
Nice, nice. So we'll see everyone tomorrow again. We got the class going tomorrow too, so make sure you guys are safe, and hope everyone is doing good. So with that being said, we'll wrap it up. Any questions, any comments about the day before we?
Comments?
What was that?
Or about anything you learned today?
Antonio, Johnny, Damien, did you guys like the beat you made?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
That's cool.
Nice.
All right. All right, so we're good.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
Everyone, I'll do a little math before we leave. Look at this.
See, whoa.
You love that?
What? Yeah.
Whoa.
What? No.
That was cool.
right, we'll see you guys later. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Have a good one.
Oh,